Now I know what you're thinking, what's the silly bugger going to do now? Well, as usual, I think if you're going to test something, you should do it properly. Now I couldn't do it in the canoes, like I said, because I was on a course, and if I don't concentrate when I'm on a course, disaster is just round the corner. But this is my little baby, and so doesn't matter what I do with this. Oh, I have warned the safety boat out there that I may require them later, but until then we're going to take it out there and we're going to test this bag. We're also going to test something else, because we're going to simulate a capsized position, and I want to see if I can get back in the boat. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but first I need to get some sails up and get a buoyancy aid on, and well, that's all in the interests of me, the buoyancy aid that is, of not drowning. So let's crack on with that and then we'll see where we go from there. So what I've got here is some steps. The idea is that when I get the boat upright after I've capsized, these are lying over the edge, and I'll be able to put my feet in there and climb back over the top, because I'm too old to swing my leg over. It's been years since I've been able to get my leg over, but anyway, we're going to give that a go. He says with a lack of confidence. There goes. Bloody lake. arm in, not very gracefully. Next thing we want is the bag. Had I lost my bag, or should I say, had I lost my boat, this would have been an added buoyancy aid, I think. Let's give it a go, shall we? Just gonna get my microphone. Right behind this camera there is a construction site, and that's all that. You might be noted where the drilling and hammering in the background. So shall I tell you what really happened? There's a reason I'm looking exhausted, and that's because the first time I went out and did that, the memory card was full. So I put a new memory card in. The second time I went out and threw myself in, I don't know what went wrong. All I know is there was nothing on that camera when I came back. And so, I'm hoping that this is third time lucky. So right now, I'm going to get my gear together. I'm going to go where all the other sailors have gone, into the clubhouse for a well-earned lunch. See you in a minute. Let's throw the bag over. Okay. Oh. So now I've slipped into something a little more relaxing. What's the verdict? Is it any good? Well, you might have thought that I've stuffed this with a pillar or something, but I haven't. It's got all the kit in that I used on my canoeing course. So it is a realistic review. Is it going to be full of water? Let's have a look. Right, okay. So a few drops just dripped then when I opened the top, but on top I've got my fleece, which is, like I said, apart from a few drips when I opened it, which is completely dry. Throw that down there. Now, I wasn't taking too many chances because I've got spare set of clothes in the dry bag, more stuff in a dry bag, and the dry bags are dry, my first aid kit, and I would say, and my woolly hat. That is a raincoat, and we had a couple of bottles of juice. Now I will be honest, there is just, and I will zoom in and let you have a look at it, there is a couple of drips in the bottom, but when you think that I had it upside down and I was using it to swim on, which isn't generally what they're used for, I'd say that, yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's done the job. I've managed to get it all grubby, so I don't look like a novice, you know, like I'm out canoeing every week, you know, look at my bag, it's filthy, yeah, that sort of thing. So, yeah, what I'm going to give it? Well, I can give this a score because it's going to be the same for everybody. And I'd quite happily give it a 8.5 out of 10. What about the other 1.5? Well, that's because I haven't actually used it for a long period of time. So there could be issues develop with, you know, stitching and things like that. But no, I'd recommend if you want this type of thing, then this is a good bag to have. So that just leaves one thing left to do. You can't go yachting and beyond the shore. You know, I mean, I may have a building site behind you, but I'm sure this shoreline is full of glamorous young ladies walking past, and a gentleman like me should always look cool. So, I put my sunglasses on. What do you think? Cool? Really cool? I know. What a knobhead. Yeah. See you next time.